My name is Lloyd Lovely. I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. I served from 1970 to 1976, and I'm happy to take this opportunity to tell you why I hate Trump. From a veteran standpoint, I don't see how anybody, any veteran or family member of a veteran can support Trump. He continues to put down veterans, disabled veterans, war veterans. In my opinion, he's just a chicken shit is what we called him when I grew up. I guess I still do call him that. Somebody that kowtows to Russia, makes his money off Russia, sells himself to the highest bidder. He's terrible. Russia is the enemy. They've always been the enemy. Korean War, the Cold War, the Vietnam War, where a lot of my friends and families did not come back from the Vietnam War, but they did their duty. He didn't do his duty. He got his service bought out by being a flat-footed chicken shit. Anything you call Russia other than an enemy is a lie. Trump is a traitor. Make no mistake about it. And I hate him.
Hey there. I'm a United States Air Force veteran. I was a 2SO51 E4 and was honorably discharged in 2015. I've served both overseas and domestically. I've sacrificed 8 years of my youth right out of high school for a country that doesn't care about us anymore. I am outraged that Trump is still in power when he is sabotaging our country from within and weakening us. I'm nervous that our adversaries may try to take advantage of the situation or launch an attack against us. I'm sick of MAGA walking all over the Constitution and our laws while suffering no major consequences. I demand that these traitors face justice and for this madness to end, because this is not the America I supported anymore, and I don't feel like an American anymore with this current administration in power. No one is above the law, not even the president.
Iraq war veteran here from 2003. I was part of the initial invasion. I was just 19 years old at the time. I was a kid. I'm 41 years old now, and I learned a lot since then. I was also stationed in Germany at the time my unit was deployed, and I lived in Germany for a while, and I understood something being in Germany. I learned a lot about their history and World War II. I've been to Auschwitz and Dachau on tours, and I've seen a lot of what they have in their history. And I realized in Germany they have a special word for people that just kind of went along with the regime or voted for Hitler before he started the mass killing because they thought he would make society better. They just kind of played along because they had to. And that word that Germans use for them people is fucking Nazi. They're Nazis too. You don't have to go along with it. We're better than that.
My name is Elsenia Nagel. I am an Army veteran, a former chaplain's assistant, and a woman of European and Indigenous heritage from Alaska. Before I continue to speak, make a note of my hoodie, because the octopus is pretty incredible, isn't it? Brilliant, smart, fluid, and flexible. I just wanted to say Americans deserve better. Black veterans deserve better. Trans veterans deserve better. Indigenous veterans deserve better. My brother, who's a combat vet, deserves better. We all need to learn how to accept better as Americans, and we can do better. Specialist Noggle out.
I'm an Army veteran, and I do not agree with what Trump's doing with America, defying the Constitution, destroying the fabric of our democracy. I served my country. I got hurt in Iraq, and now he's trying to destroy our veterans' benefits, not take care of our veterans, and he's firing all of our veterans in the federal government workforce. That doesn't seem like something that a commander-in-chief who cared about his veterans would do.
Hi, I'm retired Commander Lynn Berggren. I spent 20 years in the Army and Navy as a physician. I receive medical benefits from the VA Medical Center in Ann Arbor, and I'm very concerned that my benefits will be taken away, and that my Social Security will be taken away, and that possibly even my military pension will be taken away with the crazy cuts that Elon Musk is taking to our government. I did not go to Kuwait and Kosovo to fight for our country and fight for democracy, to have our country turned over to Vladimir Putin by Elon Musk and Donald Trump. You guys need to fight for us as we fought for you.
I'm honored to be on this call with my fellow vets. My name's John West. I'm an Army vet. I served in Vietnam in 1967. Later in life, I had a serious bout with prostate cancer. The Vets Administration attributed my cancer to Agent Orange exposure. I've been receiving compensation from the Vets Administration that is now endangered due to the handiwork of Private, I'm afraid to serve, Bone Spurs, and his Nazi sidekick. We have to fight this war against the wonderful Veterans Administration.
During COVID, which was decades after I got out of the Marines, I went on the VA website looking to see if vaccines were being offered. And while I was on the website, I noticed this banner listing resources for a condition the VA was calling MST, or military sexual trauma. Didn't know anything about it, but it rang a bell. 2 years later, and a lot of heartache later, after filing a claim, I was awarded a disability rating, which offered me the opportunity to take advantage of medical and mental health care through my local VA. Honestly, as hard as it was to file that claim, it was even harder to accept the diagnosis once my claim was approved. And then taking the money, when it started showing up, that just felt wrong somehow. It was actually our state's VA MST coordinator who helped me the most when they said, look, this monetary payback and healthcare is the closest thing you'll ever get to an apology from the government. They said, take the money, use the resources, do what it takes to heal, and move on with the rest of your life. I'm here to say that those of us, and not just women, who have done the hard work to file these claims, those of us who battled sexual harassment, coercion, abuse, assault, call it what you will. It comes at many different levels and strains. But those of us who dealt with that at the hands of our military leaders deal lifelong with the emotional and psychiatric fallout from this betrayal. And honestly, I think if the support that I and others who've done this hard work experience a reversal of our benefits, I feel like it'll be ripping a lot of band-aids off of what are often invisible wounds and pouring bleach all over.
Name's Darren L. Last name's Cranford. People call me Cranny. All my friends know me that way. Boot in San Diego, fucking school infantry in Pendleton. Rifle security company in Leeward, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. I was there when the Berlin Wall fell. 1st Tank Battalion, AT Tow Company. Shield, storm, cleanup. Blood, sweat, and tears don't mean nothing to you. And then you have the audacity to say you love vets and shit like that, and fuck these guys. I fuck them with the wrong group now, okay? We all know that. Taking the last thing a lot of us have. You can't have it.
They talk about us like we're some kind of deaf, dumb, and blind giant they yank around on a leash. And they talk about our allies like they're property to be leveraged. Look, finding out is step 0. But there isn't time for I'm sorry or I told you so. Better and stronger after healing comes later. But right now, America needs to show up. Don't bring hate, but get mad about what the president's done with the trust of the American people and the free world we all live in. A free world that millions have fought and died for, including our friends and family. Stick to your principles. and turn on these manipulative traitors. They're breaking law after law and flaunting it in front of us with a let-them-eat-cake mentality, and they expect their supporters to follow their example. Show up and tell these people what you think.